الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير. وآتينا موسى الكتاب وجعلناه هدى لبني إسرائيل ألا تتخذوا من دوني وكيلا ذرية من حملنا مع نوح إنه كان عبدا شكورا. وقضينا إلى بني إسرائيل في الكتاب لتفسدن في الأرض مرتين ولتعلن علوا كبيرا. فإذا جاء وعد أولاهما بعثنا عليكم عبادا لنا أولي بأس شديد فجاسوا خلال الديار وكان وعدا مفعولا. ثم رددنا لكم الكرة عليهم وأمددناكم بأموال وبنين وجعلناكم أكثر نفيرا. إن أحسنتم لأنفسكم وإن أسأتم فلها. فإذا جاء وعد الآخرة ليسوءوا وجوهكم وليدخلوا المسجد كما دخلوه أول مرة وليتبروا ما علوا تتبيرا. عسى ربكم أن يرحمكم وإن عدتم عدنا وجعلنا جهنم للكافرين حصيرا. إن هذا القرآن يهدي للتي هي أقوم ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا كبيرا وأن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة أعتدنا لهم عذابا أليما.
صدق الله. ما شاء الله. Very nice. لا one who use and one who use. Why do you disturb me? नईम तो आज है नहीं, कोई और नशीद पढ़ने वाला है? You come to pray Nasheed, come on then, come here, pray Nasheed. Wanna pray? Why did you come there? खाली याद करी ना Nasheed. हाँ, बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम. अम्मा बाद. Which night is it today? 25th? Odd night? Possibility of Laylatul Qadr? Yes? Inshallah. We are in i'tikaf. Inshallah, Allah will give us thawab. Those at home, ladies, gents, kids, try your best. Do some ibadat at night. Allah give us all worship of Laylatul Qadr. The Nuraniyat, the Ruhaniyat, the Anwar, the Barakat, the Rahmat, the Maghfirat of Laylatul Qadr. Tomorrow is Friday night, the night before Friday. So that will be a blessed night as well. We'll read some Durush Sharif. And then after that on Friday is the 27th night. Right? So we'll try and spend that in Ibadat as well. And then Sunday night we'll have our Taraweeh Khatam. Inshallah. Saturday night we'll have some special program. Friday night, Saturday night maybe. We're thinking of having special question time for kids and youth. What do you reckon? Would that be a nice title? Inshallah. Friday night we'll have this program. Today What Juz did we read? 15, 16, 17, no, 16, 17, 18. Right? The surats are all Makki surats. I want to draw your attention to one ayat and elaborate on that a little bit. In 17th Sipara, Suratul Hajj, second ruku, Allah said, وَمَن يُهِنِ اللَّهُ فَمَا لَهُ مِن مُكْرِمٍ. In the ayat of Sajda. If Allah disgraces someone, there is none that can honor him. May Allah protect us from disgrace, from humiliation. One story in which this ayat is read. Before telling you that story, let me just say, we talked yesterday about hifazat of Iman, right? Sometimes you do something silly, you say something silly, you make a mockery of Allah, Allah's Rasul, Allah's pious servants, Allah's hukam. Then what happens is, because of that mockery and making fun, sukhriya and istihza, your iman is snatched away. Sometimes you boast over something. You don't turn your attention to Allah and you think big of yourself. Then that iman is taken away from you. Like Qarun boasted and he said, Innama utituhu ala ilmin indi. My millions are my hard work and effort. Nothing to do with God. God never gave it to me. I worked for it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was angry with him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the earth to split open and swallow him with all his treasures and all his attendants and everything, his house. His house was swallowed as well. فَخَسَفْنَا بِهِ وَبِدَارِهِ اللَّهُ. Some time ago, there was an earthquake in Turkey. Few years back. We read in the papers, there was this millionaire. People used to go to ask for him. He said, nah, go. He would make fun of them. Earthquake happened. His whole house, his Mercedes, cars, everything sunk into the earth. He barely survived. After the earthquake, next day, those beggars whom he had turned away, he was sitting with them begging from people. So Allah is Allah. Allah can do things in split seconds. This story is narrated about Iman. Salbe Iman. Iman taken away. Hazrat Shaykh Zakaria Rahmatullahi alayhi narrated it. Then we saw it in Ibn al-Jawzi's work as well. My friend, don't sit leaning to the door. Someone opens the door, you'll be in trouble. Sit somewhere else. So if someone sits the door, they don't disturb you. There was this sheikh who had lots of murids, a big following. He was Hafiz of Quran, Hafiz of Hadith. They were traveling probably for Hajj from Baghdad, Iraq. Along the way, they stopped at one place to take some water from the well, pray namaz. They did pray, and then when the time was ready to move on, Sheikh said, I can't go with you. You guys go. Leave me here. He said, what's up? I can't say it. Just go. Go on, Sheikh, what's up? And Sheikh said that, when we went to draw water from the well, there was that beautiful, gorgeous Christian young girl there. I don't know why, but I fell deeply, madly in love with her. And I don't know, I'm not in my control. My nafs, my heart is not in my control. So just leave me here and you guys go. He said, Sheikh, what are you doing? Sheikh, you are Sheikh. You are big Sheikh. You are real Sheikh, not fake Sheikh, not milkshake. You are real Sheikh. And he said, I'm sorry. I've just lost control of myself. Just go, you guys. So he said that rather than going ahead, we went back because we were so shocked that he's fallen in love with a Christian girl. If this can happen to him, what can happen to us? They left. Then after some time, they come back to check on Sheikh. They went to the city, that place, that town. They inquired, we left this old man here. What happened to him? And they said, yeah, after you left, he went and proposed to the father of that girl. And she said, he's Muslim, I'm Christian, you can't marry him. If he accepts Christianity, then I will marry him. And I said, okay, I'll become Christian, I'll leave Islam. And her father said, okay, but not like that. You have to show you're a proper Christian. You have to herd and graze the pigs. When you do that, we'll realize that now you're a proper Christian. He said, okay, I'm ready to do that. So the people said he will be in that area, in that field, looking after the pigs. And they went, and they saw Sheikh sitting there. And Sheikh also saw them coming, he lowered his head. And they said, Sheikh, what happened? I don't know. Sheikh, you were Hafiz of Quran, Hafiz of Hadith. Do you remember anything from Quran? He said, the only ayat I remember is, وَمَنْ يُهِنِ اللَّهُ فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ مُكْرِمٍ. When Allah disgraces someone, no one can honor him. That's all I remember. Another ayat I remember is, رُبَمَا يَوَدُّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْ كَانُوا مُسْلِمِينَ. A time will come when some people who had committed kufr will wish that they were Muslims. I've forgotten the whole Quran, the rest of it. We started crying. He started crying as well. We left. Whilst we were coming back, we were camped at one place. There was some river, and we saw Sheikh running, rushing, coming quickly, hurriedly. He went into the water, washed himself, came out, and he was declaring Kalmah Shahadat, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. We were so happy, overjoyed, that you can't understand our happiness unless you had realized our grief. We embraced Sheikh and we were so happy. We sat down and said, Sheikh, but what happened? And he said, you know, whilst we were going towards that direction, there was this church and people were worshipping, you know, there in the church. I saw them and I said to myself, look at these fools, stupid people. They're worshipping the cross. They're worshipping Jesus. They should be worshipping God. Allah. He said, at that time, I heard a voice from unseen. And that voice was saying, why are you saying this remark? Is your iman yours? And I saw a bird fly out from my heart and disappear. That's when I realized that my iman's gone. And then we approached that well, and the incident of the beautiful white Christian girl happened. And then the rest, you know. But due to your du'as, Allah had mercy on me, and Allah has given me Islam again. So they took Sheikh back to Baghdad, and all Baghdad was happy, rejoicing. Sheikh was back in his place, and murids and everything, his khanqah, his students. That girl inquired, what happened to Sheikh? And she was told that he's gone back to Islam. And she said, well, he fell in love with me. I also fell in love with him. I'm going to go see Sheikh. I'm going to embrace Islam. And she left her place. She came to Baghdad, inquired. She came to Sheikh's place and said, I want to embrace Islam and I want to do nikah with Sheikh. And Sheikh said, you can embrace Islam. You can stay in the quarters of the ladies. As for nikah, I'm sorry, that's not possible. This was an ibtila and a test for me. I'm grateful that Allah saved me from the test. So I'm just going to spend the rest of my life in ibadat and worship. I don't want to do the nikah. She said, okay, as you wish. And she embraced Islam and she stayed with the ladies' chamber, because in those time in Khanqa they had special area for ladies as well. And she was doing mujahadat and riyazat. And within a short span of time, she was making so much effort that she was drained out, and her last moment came. She was about to die, and she made her last wish, I want to see Sheikh. So Sheikh came from behind Parda and gave her tasalli. Don't worry, inshallah we'll meet in Jannat. So when you see the whole story, what do you learn from there? We should never boast over our iman. We should say everything we have is from Allah. If we see this type of thing, people worshipping according to their religion, we shouldn't say these people are fools. What should we say? Alhamdulillahi alladhi hadana lihaza wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla an hadana Allah. All praise is for Allah who guided us towards Islam. Had Allah not guided us, we would not have been guided. So our hidayat and guidance is not ours, it's from Allah. Allah brought us in this dunya in Muslim household. Allah made our parents, our father and mother Muslims. They nurtured us, they took care of us, they gave us Islamic upbringing. This is a great ni'mat and blessing of Allah upon us. Allah could have brought us up in other households. Had Allah wanted, He could have done something else as well. Many times kids are born in a Muslim household, but then there is fighting and divorce, separation between the parents, and the child is taken away by child support agency, and they put the child in children home or with some Christian parents, and that baby grows up as a Christian. It doesn't know its roots. So anything could have happened. Alhamdulillah. Our Iman, Islam is Allah's ni'mat. Our namaz we pray is Allah's ihsan. Our roza we keep is Allah's ni'mat. Our Quran we read is Allah's ni'mat. I once saw this new Muslim, Gora Bichara. Everybody else was reading Quran and he was saying, I'm old man, I can't read Quran. How fortunate you people are. You know how to read Quran. If you know how to read Quran and you still don't read it, then you will be more unfortunate. I want to read, but I can't. And you know how to read, but you don't read. So you should read as much Quran as you can. You should feel fortunate that Allah has given you this ability to read Quran Sharif. So, this reminds me of our Haji Sahib from Bradford. Naam bhul gaya main unka. He used to come in Darul Uloom for i'tikaf. He was, in the army before partition. He was in the Indian army. Then he went to Pakistan. And then he came here. That was, mashallah, 6 foot, built and strong. So he said to our Hazrat, Rahmatullahi alayhi, Hazrat, I don't know how to read Quran Sharif. Come here for i'tikaf Ramzan. What should I do? Hazrat said, you read Allah's name, Ya Wahhabu, 1,000 times every day. So he just, people are reading Quran and Hadith are saying, Ya Wahhabu, Ya Wahhabu, Ya Wahhabu, Ya Wahhabu. His tasbih is going on with Ya Wahhabu. And what does Ya Wahhabu mean? A bakshish dene wale. Oh, the one who gives hadiyah and gifts and presents. You gift people, you bestow people, you shower your blessings upon people. Shower your blessings on me as well. That's the meaning of Ya Wahhab. So he used to read that bichara and he was, sad in his heart that I can't read Quran. And I just have to read this Allah's name, Ya Wahhabu. But he kept on reading it. And Allah gave him so much. He moved from Bradford to Leicester. And then it was Ramzan time. He was not so well. He was in hospital. He said to his sons, take me for Umrah. His son said, you're in hospital. How can you take for Umrah? I'm telling you, I want to go for Umrah. Take me for Umrah. He said, no, you can't. He said, I'm going to go for Umrah. I said, all right. He insisted. They took visa. They took the old man. He spent a few days in Makkah, spent a few days in Medina Sharif. And Eid came. He died on Eid al-Fitr day in Medina Sharif. And he was buried in Medina Sharif, Jannatul Baqi. Our friend Maulana Anwar Narma told me. He said that we were, going, following Janazah. We said, we saw some Asians. We said, who's this? And they took the name. This is our Haji Sahib. So we went into Janazah, participated. So, many people want to read Quran, but they can't. You are fortunate. You should read Quran. Do as much as you can. And we start off with, never make mockery of any of Allah's hukams. Right? Let me tell you another story. Maulana Masihullah Khan Jalalabadi Rahmatullahi alayhi mentioned in his works that this person who was a scholar or whatever, he used to live in Makkah Sharif. He died there and he was buried. Now in Makkah Sharif, what happens is that multiple mayyits are buried in one grave. Because the grave is like a room. It has brick walls. Right? They put one mayyit, then another one, and then another one, and then another one. 5, 6, 10 mayyits in one grave. What they do is they have slabs on the top. So they just pull the slab, put the mayyit in, and then pull the slab back and put mitti over it. So it looks like it's a grave from outside. But inside is like a room. Because I did bury their granddad, Maulana Safwan's granddad, my father-in-law, his Nana, in Makkah Sharif. He died in 1996, on the 14th of Ramzan. He was in the state of Roza. He prayed his Dhuhr namaz and then he breathed his last. And his janazah was prepared, ready before Maghrib in Hatim. In those days, they used to do janazah in Hatim. And brought out after Maghrib, Sheikh Sudais led janazah. We rushed towards Jannatul Ma'ala, we buried him. And we put his body in the qabr, placed it towards Qibla. And then I thought, come on, Matti Lalo. I said, no, you come out. So they pulled me out. And they just pulled the slab and put soil over it. And that's it, finished. I said, ये ऐसा करते हैं कि यहाँ मक्का में तो ऐसे ही होता है क्योंकि बहुत मैयत होते हैं, too many mayyats, so that's why they do that. So what happened is they buried that person, whoever he was. After some few days, another mayyat came and they took the mayyat to bury there, and they noticed that that person, that Maulana Sahib, that scholar's body is not there, and instead there is another body. And that body is of a European girl. So they are scratching their heads. What's this? They can't understand. So among the congregation, there was one person who was with that mayyit, and he said, I know that girl. She's from Paris, France. And I am also from France, Paris. And she was interested in Islam. And she used to come to me And I know her. They open, her face and say, yeah, I know this girl. But then the question became, okay, we will inquire. She might have died there, and the bodies might have been transferred. So if her body is here, then where's the Maulana Sahib's body? Where is the scholar's body? They will have to check it out. And he phoned here, and they checked over here, and they said that yes, she did die. And they checked the grave, and the scholar's body was there. Inside, the bodies were transferred. Now, this girl, we understand, she was interested in Islam, and this person, this sheikh, had taught her, and maybe she became Muslimah, and her body is moved there. But why was his body moved there? That's scholars. They inquired from their house. And his wife said there was not much wrong with him, but there was one thing. You know, ghusl janabat, when you have sexual intercourse with your wife, you have to take ghusl, you have to bathe, you have to wash your whole body. So she said that whenever he used to have intercourse and he had to do ghusl, he hated it. And he used to say, ये ईसाइयों की यहाँ कितना अच्छा है, सेक्स कर लेने का फिर गुसल ही नहीं करने का. Okay, these Christians are so nice. You can have intercourse and you don't need to do ghusl. So the ulama said, it's because of him making fun of ghusl janabat. Allah took his iman away. He's gone. She loved Islam. Allah brought her body here. And he did not like this one hukam of Islam. Allah took his iman away. Gone. Allah will deal with him on the day of Qiyamah. You see, never make fun of any hukam of Allah. Be very careful. You will hear many stories like this, right? Allah protect us. Many people leave Islam, right? When you check their life, why did they leave Islam? You will see at some stage they made some remarks or did some things which Allah didn't like, and because of that, the iman was taken away. I was in Canada, and one friend said to me that, I had a friend, when we used to go to school, we would be fasting. No, he wouldn't fast. He would, do sehri with his parents, but come to school, and at lunchtime, he would chill out. House, chocolates, drinks, snacks, and then he would make fun of us. Hey, you fools, why are you keeping roza? Look at me. And then at 3 o'clock, when he would go home, he would pretend to be fasting until iftar time. So he was doing home and away. Now he says, I met him the other day, and I asked him, it's Ramzan, you keeping roza? And he said, I can't. I tried so much, I just can't keep it. I just can't keep roza now. And this is because I used to make fun of roza during my school days. I try, I do sehri, I get up, but then during the day, I feel so hungry and thirsty, I just give up. I can't keep rozas now. Allah has taken that tawfiq away from him. So never make fun of any of Allah's commands. Otherwise, you could lose your iman. May Allah protect us. This is one ayat. وَمَنْ يُهِنِ اللَّهُ فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ مُكْرِمٍ. And then after Surah Hajj finishes, Allah goes on to Surah Al-Mu'minun and then Surah Al-Nur. In Surah Al-Mu'minun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions 10 beautiful qualities of Iman wale, Mu'min people. 7, 8 are mentioned here, 1 or 2 are mentioned in Surah Al-Ma'arij. Allah says, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Successful are those who have Iman. First quality is Iman. الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. Who have khushu' in their salah. What does khushu in salah mean? You stand motionless. You don't look here and there. You don't make excess movements, scratching your head, scratching this and here and like this. And right? Some people in their namaz, their mobile rings and they open up, look at the message. They're replying in namaz to the text. Really. In fact, some people talk on the mobile in namaz. You must have heard of that Imam in Turkey. Imam was leading and his mobile rang. He picked the mobile up and he talked for 30 seconds and then he continued his salat. And this person said to me, I was in Haram Sharif in Makkah and there was this Arab guy by my side. We were in namaz behind the Haram Imam. His phone rang, he picked it up and he said, Ana fi salah. I'm praying my namaz and he continued with his namaz. Arey bhai, if you talk in namaz, your namaz breaks. If you text in namaz, your namaz breaks. And you must have seen that video of that Imam whose mobile is here. He's leading Tarabi and he opens his mobile and then he loses the page. And it's finished with a lean and then we can't find the page. Something's gone wrong. And then he started from somewhere and someone is giving look why is the khazna misaqa bani Israel? Why is the khazna misaqa bani Israel? I still can't find it. All this is against the khushu of salah. Right? Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi says, if you take any outside help during salat, your salat breaks. Right? So if you take mushaf in your hand and you read from the mushaf, your salah is not counted. Because holding mushaf in hand is amal kasir. Right? Because you're holding it, you're turning pages, you're putting it in your armpit, you're going in ruku, and you're putting it on the floor, you're doing sajda, you're picking it up again, you're looking for the page, opening the page, you're moving the page, you're turning the pages. All this is classed as excessive movement. Amale kasir. Amale kasir means lots of movements. And when you make lots of movements in your salah breaks. Right? If your mobile rang in salah and you want to close it, then you can just hold it with one hand and press button and that's it. That's allowed. Because that's amale qalil. But if you do excess amal, then it becomes amale kasir. And amale kasir breaks the salah. So, second sifat, Allah said, Alladheena hum fi salatihim khashiyun. Third sifat, Allah said, Walladheena hum anil laghwi mu'ridun. Who turn away from laghwiyat, futile, useless things, right? Things that does not concern them. This is laghu, this is bekar, this is batil, this has got nothing to do with me, this is distraction, right? Laghu. I should not busy myself in this entertainment, amusement, and laghu, bekar, useless thing. Now you as kids, right? You have your computer games, right? What is computer game? Laghu, right? Little bit of laghu is allowed, too much laghu is not allowed. So you just come back from school and you've got a heavy heart, heavy head. You want to have some light entertainment and you play for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Okay, you relaxed. And then you get ready for your mosque. You learn your sabak and you go to mosque. Weekend maybe a little bit, right? Maulana Safwan's mama uncle in Preston, Mahmood, when his kids were growing up, he had, time limit set for playing games. 20 minutes per day. And that's also if they do their homework. If they don't do their homework, then that allowance is gone. They can't play. Right? Weekend, 1 hour allowance. And if they don't listen to their mom, then that allowance is gone as well. So you have to have some set rules. Little bit of entertainment is okay, but too much of it, like let's say, food, drink is good for you, but you have to eat just enough. If you overeat, what's going to happen? You will have a big belly, right? And then it's hard to digest, and then you can't even walk properly, right? So you have to control your diet. So you can learn from there that even these laghwiyat and games, a little bit to entertain you is okay, but if you go over that, that is bad for you. So Allah said, "Alladhina hum anil laghwi mu'ridun." How many sifat? Three. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. Who give their zakat, sadaqat, khairat, charity. They are generous, open-hearted. They think about others. They spend, spend, spend. They're not stingy. They're not miser. They're not bakhil. They're not kanjus, makki juice. Right? So this is لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. And then وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ. Who protect and guard their private parts. Who don't commit zina. Who don't commit liwatat, homosexuality, who don't do other silly stuff which Allah doesn't like, right? They protect themselves. إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون. And then والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون. They are careful about the amanat, trust. If someone entrusts you with something, you take care of it. Right? If I tell you to look after my phone, you look after it. You don't abuse it. If I am going for Umrah and I leave my car at your house in your car park, driveway, then you don't take it for joyriding, right? And you accident, right? You look after it properly. Anything that you are entrusted with, think whatever you can. To the extent that hadith says if someone tells you a secret, then that's an amanat. He tells you don't tell anyone, right? Then it's an amanat. You can't tell anyone because he told you not to tell anyone. In fact, hadith says if someone whispers in your ear and then he looks around like this, nobody's hearing, then that's also an amanat because he doesn't want anybody else to find out. So you have to be careful of amanat, right? So they are careful about the amanat. Anything that is left as amanat with them, they protect that amanat. And wa'ahdihim. Second is agreement, contract, promise. Right? If they make an agreement with someone, they keep up with that agreement. If they promise someone, I'll do this, they do it. Whatever happens, no matter what happens, they don't break that promise. They don't break that agreement. Sometimes our Salafi Salihin, they had to go into difficulty to keep their promise, but they did take that difficulty, but they didn't break their promise and wa'ada. Al-Mu'min idha wa'ada wafa. A mu'min is he who, when making any promise, he keeps that promise. This reminds me of this story. In Spain, when Spain was under the Muslim rule, right? This gardener was in his large garden. He was watering the trees and the field. And this young man came running in the garden. He says, help me, please save me, save me, save me. So what happened? There's some people who are after me. They're going to kill me. And he said, all right, you go in that, cottage or that area and hide yourself. I'll take care of things. Said, please. Okay, I'll save you. Don't worry, I'll save you. So they came. Those people who were running after him, following him, they came inside. They said, have you seen this young man? Said, why? What's he got to do with you? He came in this direction. He must have entered your garden. But what's he got to do with you? Said, he's done something really bad, and we want to take him, punish him. Said, what is that? And he said, he's killed this young man. Which young man? The young man was like this. And it happened to be the son of the gardener. So that person had killed his son. Now the gardener said, all right, okay. He has killed that person, but it's my son, so the case is mine. And he is here hiding in there. Bring him out here. Said, no, we're going to kill him in relation. No, you can't. I've promised him that I'll save him. I'll take care of him. Call him over. Did this happen? Yeah. Did you kill him? Said, yeah, I killed him. Something happened, argument, and the guy is shaking. Oh no, he is the father of that young man. But the old man said, don't worry, what's happened has happened. I promised to save you, let you off. I'm letting you off. I don't want any case. Go, you're free. See? Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu anhu. Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu anhu conquered many, many areas. So he conquered one area, and there was this army general of Kisra. His name was Rustam, right? And he had murdered many Sahaba, many Muslims. He was a fearsome fighter. Sahabas had kidnapped him. They caught him, not kidnapped him, they caught him as prisoner of war in the battle. And they tied him up, they brought him to Umar radiallahu anhu. Sayyidina Umar kept him in one place, fed him and everything. Then Sayyidina Umar called him over and said, Rustam, you've killed many of us. You've done us so much damage. I'm going to finish you off. I'm going to take revenge from you. Rustam said, you can't, Amirul Mu'minin. I admit I'm guilty. In battlefield, these things happen. I've killed a lot of your men. But I'm thirsty. Just drink some water before you kill me. Hazrat Umar said, okay, bring him water. So they bring him water. And his hand is shaking because he's scared now. He's going to be killed. And he said, Amirul Mu'minin, I'm scared. Please give me some aman and safety until I drink this water. And Amirul Mu'minin said, okay, you are safe until you drink that water. When Amirul Mu'minin said this, he immediately threw the glass away. He said, you can't kill me now. He was clever. And Amirul Mu'minin, Sayyidina Umar said, you got me there. He said, what's your problem? He said, you can't kill me now. You give me safety. You've given me until I drink this water. I haven't drunk it. You can't kill me. Sayyidina Umar said, okay, I keep my word. I won't touch you. And then Sayyidina Umar kept him, in a comfortable way. And then Sayyidina Umar made some mashwara with him because he was army general. Sayyidina Umar said, Rustam, come here. We are attacking this direction. Kisra is over there. His armies are over there, on the right, on the left, on that area. Where should we attack first? Tell me the truth. Give me honest advice. And he said, Amirul Mu'minin, if you attack that area, then it's like a bird. If you chop off the bird's legs, the bird will fly away. If you chop off one wing, it might fly away with the other wing. Even if you chop off both wings, it'll run away on feet. But if you cut off the neck, then it can't move. It's dead. So that area is the feet, that area is the wing, that area is the wing, and that area where Kisra is the head. You attack there. I want to say thank you very much. Sayyidina Umar did that. And he cut off the neck of Kisra. He sent the armies in that direction. They had a fearsome battle, and the Persian Empire was finished. And then Rustam also embraced Islam. He became Muslim. You see, this is the barakat of Hazrat Umar keeping his word. He kept his words. So, okay, I told you I won't harm you until you finish the water. You threw the water, I'm not going to harm you. He saw that Sayyidina Umar is true. And he saw that, when he interacted with the Sahaba, right, he saw their namaz, right? He saw their ibadah, their sijda, their tilawat, their interaction with one another, their humility, their humbleness. One of them said that these people are amazing. At night, they are monks, and during the day, they are warriors. Now, these two things can't merge because a monk is a monk and a soldier is a soldier. A person can't be both. But these Sahabas, they are both. By night, they are standing in front of Allah and crying their eyes out. They're like monks weeping and praying tahajjud at night, long hours. And then as morning falls, they wear their body armor and they take their sword and spear on the horse and they're in the battlefield. These were the Sahaba, this one Majma'i. So Allah said here, they keep their words, and you can go stories upon stories of Salafi Salihin, keeping their word. Right? So, one of the qualities of believers is that they don't go back on their promise. If they make a promise, they keep that promise and they don't turn away. And in the other ayat of Surah Al-Ma'arij, Allah also said, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِشَهَادَاتِهِمْ قَائِمُونَ. When they come to give any testimony, they give their testimony firmly. You want to say something? You went and you come back 10 times. Now, if you get up, then you don't get pizza. All right. If you want pizza, you have to stay here. Okay, I'm finishing off now because Ahmad Karanji is indicating that food is here. What was I saying? Shahadat. If you go to a court for a court case and you have to give testimony for someone, you have to testify, witness, you are a witness, then you don't fiddle with the testimony. You say everything true. Because in the statement, you promise. You know what do you say in the court? Have you ever been to a court? If you stand in the witness box, you make a promise, you put your hand on the Quran, and you say, I swear by Almighty God that I will speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So you've held on to Quran and you said qasam, so you can't lie now. You have to say everything as it is. This is the quality of believers, that when they testify or when they take an oath, they say everything accurately. They don't mess around and fiddle with their statement. They are true in their statements. And finally, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَلَىٰ صَلَوَاتِهِمْ يُحَافِظُونَ. They guard their salat. Right? Allah started off with الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ and finished off with الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَلَىٰ صَلَوَاتِهِمْ يُحَافِظُونَ. It shows the importance of salah. Right? They are mindful of their salah, the timings of salah, the requirements of salah, the adab of salah, the fara'is, the wajibat, the sunnahs, the mustahabbat of salah. They uphold everything. This is yuhafizun. And then Allah said, when you have these qualities, then ulaika humul warisun alladhina yarithuna al-firdaus hum fiha khalidun. They are the heirs, the inheritors. They will inherit Jannatul Firdaus and they will remain in Jannatul Firdaus forever and ever. Are you going to bring these 10 qualities in you, inshallah? Allah give me these 10 qualities as well, and you as well. And may Allah make us all worthy of Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah accept our i'tikaf. Please with us. Jazakumullah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمته.